There's just something about crying your eyes out while watching a really good movie, and so it's a good thing that streaming platforms like Netflix have tons of sad movies for when you are in the mood. There are different types of sad movies, be it romantic or about dark moments in history or others. You are spoiled for choice, and so on today's Kuulpeeps Top 10 show, we explore 10 of our favorite movies to stream when you want a good cry. We begin, of course, at number 10 with The Theory of Everything. This film is less of a biopic than it is a beautiful, sweet film about Steve Hawking's lifelong relationship with his wife, Jane, covering his days as a young cosmology student ahead of his diagnosis of ALS at 21, through his struggle with the illness and rise as a theoretical scientist. This film illustrates the trying romance through it all. We continue to number 9 with Roma. This film is about Cleo, a living maid in colonial Roma, a neighborhood in Mexico City in 1970. She helps Antonio and Sofia take care of their 4 children. Suddenly, Antonio runs off with his mistress and Cleo finds out she is pregnant. She goes with Sofia on a trip with the kids to clear their minds. This movie is filled with compositions tinged with careful ambiguity and unresolvable tensions. The Pursuit of Happiness is at number 8. Will Smith portrays real-life entrepreneur Chris Gardner, who spends nights on the streets and in homeless shelters as he attempts to get a job. The Pursuit of Happiness is a strong-willed, sentimental father-son story riding entirely on Smith's relationship with his on-screen son, who just happens to be his real son, Jaden Smith. First They Killed My Father is at number 7. This is a historical thriller film and it tells the story of Ung, who at 5 years old was trained to be a child soldier in Cambodia while her siblings were sent to labor camps during the Khmer Rouge regime. At number 6, we have Marriage Story. Charlie and his wife Nicole are getting a divorce, but Nicole wants to raise their son in her hometown, Los Angeles. Charlie is a Broadway director whose career requires that he stay in New York City. They both get lawyers, and what was originally an amicable split suddenly involves a lot of emotions and hurt feelings. At number 5, we have A Ghost Story. After a fatal accident, a musician finds himself as a sheet-draped spirit wandering the halls of his former home, haunting or longing for his widowed wife. This movie connects the dots between romantic love, the places we call home, and time, a ghost's worst enemy. Beasts of No Nation is at number 4. As civil war rages in Africa, a fierce warlord trains a young orphan, Agu, to join his group of guerrilla soldiers. The movie is loud, tender and violent. It's a coming-of-age story in which the characters may not even live to come of age. At number 3, we have Moonlight. This film tells the life of a man named Chiron in 3 parts, checking in with him at 3 different points in his life. That way, you get to see how the trauma, abuse and bullying he experiences in childhood and adolescence affect him in his adult life. At number 2, we have The Florida Project. Probably the most heartbreaking part of this film about a 6-year-old who lives in a shoddy motel in the shadow of Disney World is that she doesn't see the sadness in it. With an incredible performance from Willem Dafoe, the story of Monet is a heartbreaking look into the sadness of poverty and struggle. And finally, at number 1, we have The Impossible. 2012's The Impossible feels like one of those films that can't be a true life story, and yet it is. Following a tourist family's true story from the 2004 Thailand tsunami that devastated the nation, Naomi Watts stars in this harrowing tale about a family's grit and determination to survive traumatic circumstances to see each other again. Now that's all we have for you today. If you have any more film suggestions, do leave them in the comments section. And as usual, don't forget to like this video, share it with friends, and of course subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll be back with a new top 10 list for you.